So the United States Supreme Court is to hear a case involving trans healthcare for minors in response to an appeal the Biden administration made to a Tennessee law that was upheld by it was Tennessee, I think, by the Tennessee Supreme Court. So I will play a little video for you and we can talk about it.
From the Supreme Court, we're just learning the High Court will weigh in on state restrictions on gender-affirming care. We have some breaking news now from the Supreme Court. We're just learning the High Court will weigh in on state restrictions on gender-affirming care for young people. NBC's Yamiche Alcindor is joining us now from Washington. Yamiche, what do we know about this case the Supreme Court agreed to take up?
That's right. Well, good morning, Anna. This case marks the first time the Supreme Court will issue a ruling in the battle over transgender rights for teens, which has raged in both healthcare and in education contexts. The Tennessee law being challenged here restricts puberty blockers, hormone therapy, and surgery for minors. And we've seen a number of other states, more than 20, pass similar laws. A federal judge blocked the Tennessee ban on puberty blockers and hormone therapy, but left in place the ban on surgeries. Now, a number of major medical organizations say gender-affirming treatments are an effective way of treating gender dysphoria, which is the clinical term given to people who experience gender identity issues and have a conflict with the gender assigned to them at birth. Now, the plaintiffs in this case include transgender teens and their families. They say that this law in Tennessee violates the Constitution's 14th Amendment, which requires that the law apply equally to everyone, in part by barring medical treatments for transgender people that are available for others. They also say the law violates the rights of parents to make healthcare decisions for their children. And I should tell you, I traveled to Alabama, talked about to a number of parents who were dealing with the law there. They feel very firmly in the fact that this should really be a decision between the doctors and their parents and these children. Now, the Biden administration has joined the challenge to the Tennessee law, and the Solicitor General, she urged the Supreme Court to take up this issue, saying that the law is part of a wave of similar bans preventing transgender adolescents from obtaining medical care that they and their parents and their doctors say are necessary. So it's going to be a very interesting case to see, and that oral argument should be next term, which begins in October.
This is a story about...
Well, I'm terrified. Terrified because this court hasn't been giving us W's recently. It's been giving us primarily L's, one L after another. It seems like, and if they go, if they uphold, say, the Tennessee law, then that could prevent trans youth from getting health care for decades, thereby really going backwards in the progress we have made in regards to trans rights. Because, I think that one thing that heartens me, or one thing that makes me happy and optimistic and hopeful is, I see trans people coming out at a younger age. And that's great, right? That's a good sign. That's a sign that more and more people are feeling comfortable to acknowledge it earlier on. And if we, as many places are trying to do, if we prevent children from getting such health care, well, that's just kicking the can down the road and preventing them from transitioning until later, until as an adult, until they reach adulthood. And it shouldn't be necessary. I mean, many trans people don't transition until adulthood, but it shouldn't be necessary. And it certainly shouldn't be legally mandated. And this is the thing that is so frustrating about this quote-unquote culture war issue, even though it's an issue that actually is about human rights. I digress. The frustrating bit is, the medical establishment is conservative on this issue, right? Surgery isn't up for debate in this Supreme Court case, but no one's doing surgeries on children, right? You listen to right-wing talk radio, turn on right-wing media, they'll give you the impression that they're just hacking off the genitals of children, who come into the on a random Tuesday and say, hey, Doc, I want to be a girl now, or I want to be a boy now. Can you do all this? And they just automatically, they're automatically gung-ho to just give them hormones, give them puberty blockers, give them top surgery. That's not how that works. That is not how that works. Doctors try to, be very cautious, and doctors, they work with the parents, they work with the children, they decide, they try to figure out what is the best course of action in that moment. Maybe waiting a little bit to see if the gender dysphoria persists, or puberty blockers, which, from my understanding, are reversible if you stop taking them, or hormones. Which, hormones can have permanent effects, but I don't think children are going to be seeking out this kind of care willy-nilly, right? This isn't a trend. This isn't a fad. Like, this isn't a social contagion. Everyone who's telling you that is lying to you, and you shouldn't take it. A trans person is, it's already struggle enough to be trans. It's already frustrating. There's a lot of great things too. Don't get me wrong, but there's plenty of struggles surrounding just being trans itself. And the fact that we have to make it harder legally constantly, it just, it just opens old wounds. It doesn't allow those old wounds to heal. And there's absolutely no reason for it. Children should have access to gender affirming healthcare, as adults should. And yeah, let the doctors work with the parents. Let the doctors work with the children. Let the children be happy and be themselves. Like, that's what we should be doing.